Fibonacci was known as the greatest European mathematician of the Middle Ages. His full name was Leonardo of Pisa, or Leonardo Pisanato in Italian, since he was born in Pisa, Italy, about 1175 AD. Leonardo Pisanato is better known by his nickname, Fibonacci. He was a member of the Fibonacci family. Fibonacci was born in Italy but was educated in North Africa, where his father held a diplomatic position. Fibonacci was a great traveler and traveled throughout the Mediterranean and would study under the leading Arab mathematicians of that time, studying arithmetic. He would notice that the Hindu Arabic numerals were much simpler than that of the Roman numerals. When he was done traveling, he returned to Pisa and started to write important texts which played an important role in bringing back ancient mathematical skills and made many significant contributions of his own. Leonardo became an amicable guest of Emperor Frederick II, who enjoyed mathematics and science. In 1240, the Republic of Pisa honored Leonardo, referred to as Leonardo Begalo, who by granting him a salary. In the 19th century, a statue of Fibonacci was constructed and erected in Pisa. Today, it is located in the Western Gallery of the Composto Historical Seminary in the Piazza della Maricola.
His discoveries are seen on a daily basis through food, music, and nature. The Fibonacci sequence is what many people believe he remains famous for. The sequence is 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, etc. This series shows that each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers. It is a sequence that is seen and used in many different areas of mathematics and science. It is an example of recursive sequence. The chain defines the curvature of naturally occurring spirals, such as small shells and even the pattern of seed in flowering plants. Golden numbers, another discovery of Fibonacci, can be seen on piano keys or famous works of art. Fibonacci numbers are all throughout nature's number system and apply to the growth of living things, including cells, petals on a flower, wheat, honeycomb, pine cones, and much more. Many other findings include the square root notation, the bar in fractions, and also our decimal number system.
Fibonacci is interesting because you can find a Fibonacci sequence in nature. You can literally walk outside, find a sunflower, and find a Fibonacci sequence within its center. You can also, if you also eat a pineapple, you can count the outside and find an 813 sequence. Math to Fibonacci is not the math found in everyday classrooms, considering he found it studying the mating habits of bunnies. He saw math in a way that most people didn't. He saw math in a way of beauty and expressing beauty through nature. The sunflower is a perfect example of a Fibonacci sequence and the corresponding golden ratio appearing in nature. Firstly, you can see how the florets are arranged in a spiral pattern both in a clockwise and counterclockwise fashion. There are 34 spirals that turn clockwise and 21 spirals that turn counterclockwise. The counterclockwise spirals appear to grow according to the golden ratio. An approximate measure of this is that the radius of the spiral doubles with every 90 degree of rotation. The Fibonacci series appears in a foundation of aspects of art, beauty, and life. Even music has a foundation in the series. There are 13 notes in a span of any note that through its octave on the piano. A scale is composed of 8 notes, of which the 5th and 3rd notes create the basic foundations of all chords, and are based on whole tone, which is 2 steps from the root tone, that is the first note of the scale. Note too how the piano keyboard scale of C to C above of 13 keys has 8 white keys and 5 black keys, split into groups of 3 and 2. Fibonacci also enlisted the idea of the golden rectangle and the golden ratio. The golden rectangle is proposed to be the most aesthetically pleasing of all possible rectangles. For this reason, it and the golden ratio have been used extensively in art and architecture for thousands of years. The most prominent and well-known uses of the golden rectangle in art were created by the greatest Italian artist, inventor, and mathematician, Leonardo da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, undisruptibly Leonardo's most famous painting, is full of golden rectangles. If you draw a rectangle whose base extends from the woman's right wrist to her left elbow and extend the rectangle vertically until it reaches the very top of her head, you will have a golden rectangle. Fibonacci did not simply master the arts of geometry, arithmetic, trigonometry, and algebra, but also made his knowledge useful to all the businesses involving math. He eliminated use of complex Roman numerals and made the mathematics more accessible to the public. Fibonacci was the greatest mathematician of his age.